Beerus, I put him in the great tier. Actually, no, I put him in God tier because Beerus is there every single super episode. Basically, not every single super episode, but he's there a lot. Same thing with Whis. He's the one that's there. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't get Dragon Ball Super. Basically, you wouldn't get God, because he's there saying that he's looking for the Super Saiyan God, and Goku was like, I never heard of a Super Saiyan God, but I was a Super Saiyan. I can go Super Saiyan, and of course, Beerus, all he does do is just flick him. That's all he had to do, and he knocked Goku out of Super Saiyan 3 real fast. And they train on his planet. He allows them to train on his planet. He's a god of destruction, of course. I'd say he's up there in god territory. Of course, Frieza is my favorite villain, yes, but he has more contribution to the series than Frieza did. This clown guy, I can't remember his name because I'm not good at other gods of destruction. He's just another god of destruction that has his own universe. I would say probably, I wouldn't say bad, I would say average. Don't care, because you really don't get to see much of him. He's supposed to be like the Joker, supposedly. What the hell? But I would say, yeah, there's not much to talk about with him. I think, I can't remember which god of destruction he is. I can't remember which universe it is. But it's okay. I mean, I'm just going to skim over him because it doesn't matter. This is another Fox guy. I put him in bad. He's another. I already talked about the first Fox guy. I think that's the Fox guy, the first one. I don't know. Bojack. Now, I have to say, this movie was more than average. I would say probably decent, because the movie with Bojack is really good. I love the beginning when they go to the universe survival arc, not universe survival arc. One of the tournaments, it's like a huge tournament, and it had all the major players. It had Gohan after he transformed to Super Saiyan 2 when he was younger, of course. It had Future Trunks. It had Krillin. It had what was his name? Piccolo. It had all kinds of different guys in it. And that was actually a really good arc. He was a really good villain, I think. To push Gohan. He actually lived in King Kai's planet, and then it got destroyed, and then he came out. So yeah, he was a pretty decent villain for the movies. Shit. How they expect me to do this with their faces cut like that? He's a Saiyan, obviously. That's kind of hard. I don't know which Saiyan has that kind of plate. I would say probably bad for now. This is another guy that's in the universe survival arc. I know it's the body shape, and see kind of like his face. He was good. When you hit him in the stomach, it wouldn't phase him. His stomach is like it's like a hard shell, and I mean it was very hard to beat him, but Gohan did it. He beat him. It wasn't very long. Well, he was a decent competitor. I would say probably an average. You could tell how I feel about Super. I don't really care for Super that much, but I do. I had to put Beerus and, of course, Golden Frieza in these tiers. But he was okay. He got eliminated, of course. Broly in Dragon Ball Super Broly movie was really good. I would put him in great tier. They made him really good in those movies. I love the original Broly, but I think they did better with the Dragon Ball Super Broly to make him more relatable to people. Goku at the very end goes to see him, and it's basically a wink and nod to everybody, saying that they're going to be friends. And I like how instead of Broly hating Goku because of him whining when he was a baby, because that didn't really make any sense. They made him a better backstory for him. Because one day Vegeta's dad, Prince Vegeta, or King Vegeta, didn't really care. Well, seeing his son was like a low power level, but then Broly's level was like really high. So he he basically threw him out. Yeah, and basically tried killing him, but his dad ended up saving him. Broly's dad. I can't remember his fucking name. I'm sure we'll see him later on, but it's a really good movie, and I really hope we see more of this Broly. This Broly is hold on. Is there more Brolys, or is that just the end of the Brolys after that? Because if there is more Brolys, then I'll explain my different phases for Broly. But I don't see any other Broly. Oh shit! There was another. I don't get it. So is that right there? Is that just a regular baby? If that's a regular baby is just average. So yeah, regular baby is just average. Because all he does is a parasite made by the I can't remember their names. Made by these fucking people. I can't remember the names. Hold on, let's see real quick if there's any other Brolys. If there is, then we'll talk more about the different Brolys. Holy shit, this is gonna be a long video. I might have to make part 2. 1 and 2. Nope, that's the only Broly. Okay, so this Broly is the Broly. I would say decent tier, because he had a really good movie also. Same thing with Bojack. I mean, yes, in the beginning, of course, it didn't really make any sense that when Goku was a little baby, and Kakarot, I should say, because it was back then, was a little baby, he was crying, and then he made him cry, and then he remembered his name after so many years of being a baby, and this didn't make any sense. And that was the only reason why he became Legendary Super Saiyan. But that was a really good movie. I love the soundtrack for the English dub. I love a lot of the soundtracks for the English dubs of the DVZ movies back then. But he was more a rage character than this guy was. This guy's better. Bulla, I think her name is right. Bra. She's bad character, because she doesn't really get that much screen time. For a while I thought that she was the older than Pan was, but turns out she's younger. I would say she's bad, because you really don't get to see her, and she's like a snobbish bitch. And Vegeta, of course, loves her because it's his daughter. You only get to see her a little bit in GT, and I know she's born in Dragon Ball Super now, but like I said, you don't get to see her at all, really. So she's a bad character, I would say. Bulma in GT looks like, I would say, average, because she helps Baby with what he needs to do, and then later on she helps Vegeta transform Super Saiyan 4. So I mean, she's like a background character. I think majority of the Dragon Ball characters are more background than anything. Other than Goku and Vegeta, even Vegeta sometimes becomes a background character. But Bulma in this one helped Baby with the Bloods waves, and him transforming into a giant ape, Golden Lazaro. But she was more of an average character in GT. Bulma in Super, she's great. She helps a lot in the series. She helps them go find this guy that can tell you anything, because he's all knowing. She helps Future Trunks go back in his time when he comes back. She starts the series with her birthday. So yeah, and she's my favorite female well, I mean, Bulma is my favorite female character in Dragon Ball, period. So yeah, she's great. And as for Bulma and Z, I would say she's God. No, literally, I think she's God tier in that one. Because she helps in Z so much, and in Dragon Ball. Oh, right here. But Z, she helps. No, actually, no, Z. I would say Z, she helps. Hold on. No, I would say she's God character in Z because she helps in the beginning of Z, with going to Planet Namek, with Gohan and Krillin, and so yeah, I would say she's God tier, because she knows she's really smart. So whenever they need something, they go to her for everything. So I would say she's God tier and Z. As for Bulma in Dragon Ball, she's kind of annoying and kind of moody, and all she does want like really. So I would say probably decent tier. I mean, if it wasn't for her, Goku wouldn't start his journey. So I would say probably decent tier. She was a decent character, and if it wasn't for her, like I said, you wouldn't have no Dragon Ball, because she wouldn't have found Goku, and that's what kickstarted the whole entire Dragon Ball. And sure, she only wanted Dragon Balls for her boyfriend. Yes, I know, but you know, she deserves a decent tier at least. I think this is Berter or something like that. He was supposed to be the fastest guy in the, I would say, the Namek arc. What's it called again? What are they called again? I can't remember the name of the Ginyu Force. The Ginyu Force. He was supposed to be one of the guys in the Ginyu Force. I think he had wrecked a couple people, or maybe not. I think he was only there to see how strong Goku was, because when Goku came, he beat the shit out of him. I think I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the Namek arc, but I think he was only there for that. So I would say he probably. I wouldn't say he's. I wish it was like another tier. I would put him in it. So right now, though, I'd say he's in a shit tier. I won't say he's in trash. This Boo is the one where he takes over Gohan as Buhan. That's what people used to call him, Buhan. He was strong because when he took over Gohan had a hidden power, so he could use it. But was he the one that fought Vegito? Yeah, I think he was. He got beat up badly by Vegito. But he was at one time like the strongest around. If they didn't have fusion, he probably would have wasted them. So I'd probably put him in decent tier. Fat Boo, I call him Fat Boo. I put him in great tier because he has a really good arc all on his own. If you really think about it, he was a villain at first, obviously. This is after Kid Buu, and I don't think Kid Buu's on here. Why isn't Kid Buu on here? They put all the Boos together, but they didn't have the Kid Buu. That's bullshit. Because you should put Kid Buu, because Kid Buu was one of the characters also. But Fat Buu had I call him that. But he's still in Dragon Ball Super. He's and he gets really thin in Dragon Ball Super. Mr. Satan, Hercule, I called him. He helped him become good, saying that that's not good things that he's doing. He killed his master, Babidi. He was a villain, of course. I mean, majority of the guys are villains in the beginning, and they become good. Majority of them, not all of them. But it's good that he was a part of the team. And he's even Dragon Ball GT. He helped Oob. He became one with Oob again. So yeah, he was really good, and he deserves to be in the great tier. Same thing with Frieza. Boo, fusion with both of the kids, Gotenks. I would say probably average. Didn't really. He wasn't really that. He was strong. Don't get me wrong, but I think that Buhan was better. So there's not really much to talk about with him. He sucked up because Gotenks was stupid and they didn't know, they weren't looking, and they got sucked up by Boo's crap. I can't remember the name of it. Whatever he has, and it becomes him, and then that one's better. I think it's more stronger. And they didn't even have the other form of Boo either. I think maybe I don't know. They don't have all the forms of Boo. Let's just say that. Kaaba. I would say he's in a decent tier. Kaaba is from another universe. I think Universe 7's our universe, or the universe in Dragon Ball. I think Universe 6 is I think that's where he's from. I can look it up. What universe is Kaaba from? What universe is Kaaba from? 6, yep, I was right. So yeah, he's from Universe 6, and he has a little tiny bit of an arc with Vegeta, where Vegeta basically becomes his mentor. He's decent. I wouldn't put him in great. I wouldn't put him in average. I would say he's decent because he learns Super Saiyan super fast. And I know there's a big controversy about that, about Universe 6 Saiyans learning Super Saiyan so fast. This guy right here, I can't remember. I only watched the survival arc a couple times, so I can't remember what he really does. I think he might transform. I put him in the bad because he was just another background character that got thrown out. Is that Kefla or all the Universe 6 Saiyans?
Here's a summary from Dragon Ball Universe Wiki.
Kale and Dragon Ball Super. Kefla and Dragon Ball Super. Khalifa and Dragon Ball Super. I think her name is Khalifa. This girl over here. There's a lot of memes out there with Goku and her, and I think she's super young to be doing that with Goku. For one, I would put her in the same category as Kaaba, because she makes she's really good. She transforms Super Saiyan 2. I think he does too, actually. And she ends up fusing with Kale to make Khalifa or Kefla, whatever. I don't know. It's just weird names. That's why I'm like all over the place. She ends up fusing with her, and they become this ultimate being. But Goku ends up going to Ultra Instinct and wastes them. And one guy does Ultra Instinct, wasting a fusion. But that tells you right there how freaking good Ultra Instinct is. Omen, I think he was back then. This is regular. I don't think there's any other forms of. It's funny because they pull a lot of forms for different guys, but not a lot of them. Not all of them, because this is only this is the third form of Cell. So Cell is was a. Let's see here. Where should I put Cell? I say decent. I put Cell in decent category because he because in order for him to actually be good, and because if it wasn't for in the beginning of the arc, they could have wasted him so easily. It wouldn't be funny. Hold on. Because if Vegeta wasn't so stupid, or if Piccolo didn't beat him I mean, if Piccolo didn't beat the shit out of 17, he wouldn't be able to. I don't know. A whole bunch of shit would have. If a lot of stuff would have happened beforehand, he wouldn't become perfect, and the whole entire saga wouldn't have happened. But I give him props for pushing Gohan past his limits. I mean, of course, like I said, 16 did more with that, but Cell basically broke him to the point where he had to. So I would say Cell is a decent. He's not one of my favorite villains, but he's smart. I think that's why. I think that's how he got so far. And I don't really care for any of his bug forms. I mean, this is the best form I think he has. And I don't like how he's trying to get his way, so he tries to blow up the planet, and Goku has no choice but to put him in King Kai's planet. And that's how King Kai's planet gets destroyed. I'm gonna skim over him for. This is